Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make savory Southern tomato pie. Tomato pie is a classic way to use up all of those garden fresh tomatoes, and it is super tasty. To start, you'll need to preheat an oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you'll also need a baked pie shell. You'll also need 5 tomatoes, and you can see I'm using heirloom garden tomatoes. Then we'll take a sharp knife and slice the tomatoes nice and thin. You don't want big old thick slices. You want them to be nice and thin. Now you can actually use any tomatoes you want. I just like the garden heirloom variety because they are so pretty and it makes the pie really, truly stunningly beautiful. You want to lay all of your tomato slices out onto a paper towel lined baking sheet because we want to get the moisture out of our tomatoes, and to help that along, we'll season it all with 1 teaspoon of salt. Salt helps draw out moisture from vegetables, so we'll let those tomatoes sit like that for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, we're gonna make our little cheesy topping. You'll need half a cup of mayo, half a cup of sour cream, 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and then 1/4 cup of freshly grated parmesan cheese. We'll mix this all together, but first, actually, I like to add in just a couple dashes of Tabasco sauce. A little bit of hot sauce won't add much heat, but it does help enhance the flavor of the cheese, so that's why I add that in. Next, we're gonna take our tomatoes. I'm just gonna pat them dry a little bit with a paper towel. You want to remove as much moisture as you can, otherwise you'll end up with a soggy pie. Now we are about ready to assemble our pie, but first you'll need 8 roughly chopped basil leaves and then half of a sliced sweet onion, and you want to make sure those slices are quite thin. Once you have all of that ready to go, plus a little bit of black pepper, we are ready to assemble our pie. We'll start with a layer of those beautiful tomatoes, then add on some onion and basil, and then a little bit of black pepper, and then continue on layering with more tomatoes, more onion, and more basil and black pepper. Once you have the pie dish full of layers of tomato, we'll take our cheese mixture and spread it out right over the top. Once that's all smoothed out, I like to take a few more tomato slices and add them on top for a little bit of decoration. Then we're gonna bake this in a 375-degree oven for about 30 minutes. The cheese will be all bubbly and lightly browned, and then you are ready to slice and serve. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.